Alright, hi everyone. It is another rainy day here. Hopefully the weather will get nicer as we slowly come out of winter. And today I was thinking of doing another fantasy portrait of one of my favorite characters, which is Gandalf. I think I draw him at least once a year, at least. I absolutely love Gandalf, and The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings movies are one of my favorites. So I thought today would be a good day to just sit down and create this portrait. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a very detailed portrait as the other three that I've posted recently. I'm not sure. I'll have to see how I feel. But I'm thinking more of just a very loose watercolor portrait to really see what these brushes have to offer. And since I'm really in a kick with using these, I thought it would be perfect. Now I was thinking to make it a cool little challenge was instead of using a whole wide variety of colors that are usually offered here in Procreate, that I would just use two. And from those twos, of course, play with the saturation. So let's see. So this is a quite muted portrait, and I do enjoy playing with muted colors. However, I think I'm going to pick one muted color and then one very vibrant color. So I think the first one is going to be blue. So let me put that one down. I'll choose from the watercolors. I'll just choose this flow. So there's my blue. Let's put it completely saturated. And I'm going to pick the next color, which is going to be red. So these are my two colors that I'm going to be working with. So now I'm going to switch over to the gouache pack because I really love this pencil, this 600 series pencil, and I'm going to create the illustration. So let me get another layer. I'm going to turn that one off, and I'm just going to loosely start drawing the lines where I think they should be going. Usually when I create the sketches, they're very loose. I do corrections, and it's only just to have an idea of where things are supposed to be going. So they're not set in stone. They're more just like guidelines, you could say. And it's a lot of fun in this stage to just let your hand just freely move about and not be so steadfast on perfection. Because if you already start out a sketch thinking that things need to be perfect, they're most likely not going to be coming out that way. Because the best way of approaching art, as I like to say a lot in my classes, is just to not think. Just don't think about where is this supposed to go? You're supposed to just let go and let it happen. When I've been able to truly let it go, that's when I've had the best results of all time. And what I mainly do when I have a reference picture is that I am focusing solely my pure attention on the picture and only slightly glancing at where I'm drawing, just to make sure that the pencil is hitting it right where I want it and nothing more. Because if I pay too much attention to my page, then I kind of lose my sense of where things are supposed to go, because this is just a blank page that I'm staring at, while all the information that I need is on the reference picture. So that's why it's very good to pay more attention to the reference than to your page. Because once you have the right dimensions and where things are supposed to go, then you can pay more attention to correcting things and to placing them in a better sense, you could say. Sometimes I speak very metaphorically, so I hope you guys can understand what I mean. Now it's stopped raining. See, that's the thing here in Brittany, that, you know, it starts raining cats and dogs, and you see the dark clouds, and you're like, oh no, it's going to be another dreary day. But then after a few minutes, it can hail and just be absolutely horrible. But then you get blue skies, and the sun is out, and everything feels right. But still, see, this eye is way too far apart, so I'm going to bring it closer. And that's the nice thing of doing these things digitally, is that you can just, you know, scoop something up and move it over, so you don't always have to race. It saves time and frustration. And also what I really like is that a lot of times the idea of damaging paper and using paper would really prevent me from creating, because I would think too long and too hard. Oh no, what am I going to draw? Oh no, what if it doesn't turn out? And with digital, you know, it's just, you know, you're not wasting anything except for battery power. So you can easily create an illustration, and if it doesn't turn out, you just delete it. And then you can start over. And that way you haven't really wasted any materials except for time, really. So that is definitely a plus with drawing. And since I'm very conscious of wasting, I definitely see a plus side of doing it. Oh my god, I need more coffee. Doing digital illustrations versus traditional, because you can really bypass the sense of waste. And since nowadays people are always driving content creation, and oh, you need to constantly create, otherwise people will forget about you. There's so much waste. And it's not like all the art that they are creating is meaningful. I mean, let's be honest. It's just pretty girls with flowers, you could say. Even though there's a lot of meaning with pretty girls and flowers. But, I mean, what is that really saying? You're not really saying anything about existence, about life, you could say. When you go to a museum and you see these pieces, they mean something. And what do these modern art pieces mean, really? I mean, you could even ask the question of, are they really art? I mean, what is the meaning of art? It's self-expression, sure, but there was more to it. And there was more depth to art. At least I think so. Even when you would look at like Toulouse-Lautrec's posters, and they were just posters. They were just, you know, to advertise the dancers at the Moulin Rouge, or just something. Still, there was more to it, you could say. There was more to it. And I am a huge Toulouse-Lautrec fan. Oh, I remember my first time coming to France. I was 16 with a tour group. My high school art teacher ran the tour group, and a friend of mine from high school also came along. It was a gift from my grandmother, my paternal grandmother. She had given all the granddaughters a trip to Europe, and it was my turn. And so I went with this tour group. Oh my God, and I remember when I was in the Louvre, or where was it? I don't remember which museum. No, it wasn't the Louvre. Or maybe it was. I don't remember anymore. But the first time I saw an actual piece created by Toulouse-Lautrec, oh my God. It was amazing. I'll never forget that feeling. Never, 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 never. That first trip to Europe, it felt so magical because I had always, read about Europe and fairy tales and fantasy novels and all the classics, and I'm a huge history buff. So I remember, studying about the French Revolution and Napoleon and kings and queens. Oh, it was just so magical. Just so magical. Like taking the ferry over to England. Oh my God. I'm like, this is where my ancestors are from. Or being in Spain, same thing, since my ancestors, I have a wide variety. I'm like the definition of globalization. I have ancestors from all over the place. Moroccan, Native American, German probably, Irish, English, Spanish. Okay, so that's my sketch. I'm not going to do much detail. And I just love the expression of it. And I could see that the nose still needs to be changed. It's still too wide here. And it needs to come out more on this side. Needs more on this side. Yeah. This needs to be more here. And this is too low. So now I'm looking more on my page and I'm trying to see what needs to be corrected. You can probably hear my dog snoring in the background. It's a bit better. This eye still needs to be corrected. And this is a bit too droopy. And I'm using the watercolor eraser. I think that's better. But see, in this picture he's looking up, and this one he's looking to the side. I need to correct that. There, now he's looking up. Now he's looking up. This is darker. Yeah. There you go. This comes up more like this. So we'll have to see how long this video is, because so far I've been talking the whole time that I've been recording. So this might just be, part one. We'll have to see. Or maybe I'll fast forward and then continue on. Okay, so now that I've done the sketch, and that's on one layer, and I've been using the pencil, I'm going to create another layer and I'm going to bring it down. So it's underneath the pencil one. And I'm going to bring the opacity down. And now I'm going to go to the watercolor. And I'm thinking I'll do the watercolor flow round. And I'm going to do the base in the red that I picked. Yeah, I'm going to do the red. So I'll go back to this one And I'll press my finger on it. That way the color is selected. And I'll go back and I'll close this. And then I'm going to bring down the opacity. And I'm just going to fill it with this color. Just going to fill it. See, I have no plan at the present moment. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm just going with the flow, you could say. Haha, get it? The brush is called Flow. Just filling it in. Now the nice thing is that I have this really great eraser. I'm going to show you why I think it's so great. Now it could be that this does not turn out. Okay, let me show you why it's so great. So here, I want to soften this up a bit. Let me remove some of this here. I need to increase the opacity a bit. There, just for now. Let's go back with the eraser, and I'm going to erase this so it's not in the eye per se. And I'll go here. See, with the Dorothy and the other ones, I worked a bit differently. But, you know, it can get boring to always do the same thing. Okay, so now I'm going to show you why I like this. So, it's called Eraser Scrub. And I'm going to scrub away. See how here there are lighter areas? I'm just going to scrub away to where... See? Ah, that's cool. Scrub away. Right here, there's light hitting it, and it goes up like this. Here, just a little bit too. And then here as well. Yeah. Okay, but I want to also create a background. So I'll bring this one below this one. Oh, come on. There. And I'm going to choose the Flow 2 color. And I'm going to switch to the blue. Okay. Close that. No, not that one, this one. Okay, and I am going to... See? Ah, I really like this. That's cool, huh? Look at that. That's so neat. It brings... And there's another one that I could use. Where is it? Here's the Wash 2 color. Look, it's... This blue is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. But I'm going to erase this darker areas. Okay. So now let's continue with the red area, and I'm going to brush it a bit. And here I think I'm going to pause talking and just work on it a bit, and then I'll come back. everyone. So before I head out, because I have a little one that would love to go outside now that it's no longer raining, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really enjoyed the outcome of it. It's a very good exercise to use a very limited palette, and I would recommend it to any of you who are watching who want to improve your skills. And this hair is bothering me. It keeps on popping out from underneath. So I wish you guys a great day, and thanks for watching. And I just said that I was going outside because it wasn't raining. Oh, Brittany, you're beautiful, but you love to play tricks